yo, Seemlytuber back at it again with another video. And this time I'm going to be talking about this whole Microsoft situation that anyone that's a casual gamer probably won't know anything about because you don't really keep up with the gaming industry as it is. You just play games here and there, and you don't really keep an eye out to all the things that these companies are out here doing and how they make sly moves like this one and how it affects the gaming as a whole. Because even though this decision was reversed, it could have had very bad effects alongside if gamers would have just allowed this just to happen. So we're gonna get right into this one. Y'all make sure y'all hit a like, comment, subscribe button, and definitely check out my other videos. I will be putting out a whole lot more. I'll be getting back into the video groove real soon. So let's do this. We're talking about, if you don't know what I'm talking about by now, or if you didn't really pay attention to the title, just clicking on the video, we're talking about the Microsoft doubling the price of Xbox Live Gold and seemingly just trying to slide that in there in the middle of the night. And it was met with very big backlash by gamers as a whole. There were some Xbox influencers that tried to tell people to go out there and buy cards now while you can, get you a free year while you can, because now you're gonna have to be paying $120 now instead of $60 for a whole year's worth of gaming. And which that's not how the situation should be handled. If you don't like a decision and you don't understand why they are trying to force you into getting Game Pass, why they're trying to force you into doing certain things, why they're trying to force you to get this product, as well as they weren't giving away free to play games. You couldn't play free online. You had to pay for this Xbox Live to access free to play games online servers. So on top of that, they apparently reversed that as well, and now they're actually allowing you to play free-to-play games, as well as not increasing the price. But here's the thing. People are out here thanking them for doing something that they should have already done. They're thanking them for reversing a decision that they knew was wrong, because they would have made a press release. They would have announced it. They wouldn't have just started sending out new cards to stores. They had been planning this. Just think about that fact. They think that Xbox gamers are so gullible that they would pay double the price because they're losing money with their other products and their other avenues of subscriptions and stuff. They're losing so much money right now. They thought that they could hustle an extra $60 out of every single person that owns an Xbox. Think about that. When you think about that, they thought that their consumers were so gullible that they were going to hustle $60 out of every one of you. Just imagine how much money that is that they're lacking and that they need right now. Xbox needs that much money right now. You could have just raised the price up by like $5-10. No. They said we're doubling it. So just imagine that. What is it like? Probably less than 40 million concurrent players on Xbox at a given time, at now or over time. What is that? 40 million times 60. They could have just raised up the price by like $5-10. Just imagine that. 40 million people times $10. That's an outrageously large amount of money. They went for the double. So what does that go to say that Xbox platform is hurting right now? It's either these acquisitions that they made, they aren't seeing the profits of it yet. They know that they aren't going to see the profits of it for a while, and they are hurting for funds to pay these employees, or it's just something's going on at Microsoft that we just don't know, and they really need the money, or they're trying to make more acquisitions and they were going to hustle the players for the money to make those acquisitions. So either way, they thought that their consumers, they thought that the people that use their products, play on their platforms, were so gullible that they could just double the price of something and try to force you over to their Game Pass model. Because that's what it is. They were trying to force people over to the Game Pass model. As well as they knew that they had more people on just Xbox Live Gold than they did on Game Pass. Not everyone's on Game Pass. So they're thinking by doing this, they would force you over to Game Pass, as well as they be making an extra $60 on top of everything, which is crazy. And come to think of it, influencers talking about Xbox Live Gold was gonna go away soon. It was gonna go away. They're hurting for so much money that they need even more money than what they're making right now, Xbox Live Gold. Take that into account. Think about that. And influencers were out here lying to you, saying that it was gonna go away soon. It is not going away. They need the money. They need it apparently really badly because they were trying to double the price and trying to make an extra $60 off of over 40 million or less people. That's a lot of money that they need. What is going on at Microsoft that they thought that they could just bamboozle their customers, and you're not even, and they weren't even giving you the basic stuff that you should get with the online access. You should be able to pay. You should be able to play free-to-play games. Hell, we shouldn't even be paying for online access. We shouldn't have to pay for online access. We bought a $500 system. Why are we paying for online access? That's another thing. We as gamers accept so many things. And then you have these influencers out here telling you that it's okay. Just go and buy some extra cards right now while you can. Don't worry about it. What if this would have went through? What if people would have allowed this? And what if hardcore gamers didn't complain about this? We would have seen Sony trying this next. Because if it's okay for Xbox to do it and no one complains, then Sony would have tried it eventually. Sony would have tried to push for the same model, and we would have been in a situation where console gamers are getting the short end of the stick as always. We don't demand better. And I've been saying this for so long and so long. Didn't I tell you guys? Microsoft was going to eventually take advantage of you guys to a point that some people were not going to be happy about it. I said they were eventually going to make a move that was so controversial that even some of the most hardcore people were going to have to call BS on it. And come to find out, they made that move. And it wasn't long after. It hasn't even been maybe like, it was like before the consoles came. Right around the peak of the excitement for the consoles. It's almost been a year. They didn't even take a year to make a controversial move that would anger almost everyone. But influencers still kissing the boot of Xbox. Some of them didn't even make videos about it, which is the funny part. Instead of calling them out on it, saying that they care about their They care about the people that view their videos. They care about the Xbox platform. You won't call them out when they make a mistake, a very big mistake, and they just try to bamboozle their community. You won't call them out on. You won't even make a video. You won't even see any tweets from some of these people. It's a shame that these multi-billion-dollar companies are able to take advantage of people, and if it wasn't for the hardcore gamers, the rest of us that care about these platforms, unlike the influencers that seemingly wanted to stay silent at the time of this, we would have had a super higher priced Xbox Live Gold. You still wouldn't have free-to-play games without paying for it. All of this was caused by gamers being in outrage. Finally have free-to-play games are free without the purchase of Xbox Live Gold now. And the price is still the same. No thanks to some of the influencers that didn't even say anything, that wanted to keep their Microsoft dollars that were being fed to them, their bootleg dollars in hand, and didn't want to do what was right by gamers. But, I just call it how it is. I saw this coming, and I knew these people that didn't want to say anything about this. They don't care about the Xbox platform. They don't care about you guys. They're using you guys as content. Your content. They're feeding your egos for content, and it goes to show that when it really comes down to the thick and thin, they're not about what's right, because you don't thank them for doing something that should have been there already. You don't thank them for not raising up the price when we shouldn't even have to pay for online access. But it is what it is. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Seemlytuber out. Peace.